Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So, almost ready to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Chris Bassett. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Next one misses. Now 2-0.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
And that misses. Ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes. Yeah.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
On the ground to third. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 out in the top of the first. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Pitch misses there. 2-1. You know, you translate on base percentage. It's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. And it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third, the designated hitter,
Manny Machado coming to the plate for the Padres after homering earlier in the game.
Yeah, and nobody has hit more home runs for the Padres franchise than Manny Machado.
You're right about that. It was just last year when Manny passed a member of San Diego's inaugural team from 1969, Nate Colbert, for the top spot. That's in there. And the count even 1-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that one is lifted in the air. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Now the throw to first on the run, and they get the out. So 1 hit is all they get. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Back here with my pal Singy, and our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
The 1-1. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a substitution needed at first because of the injury. Coming on to pinch run for Toronto, Miles Straw. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's 1 away. Let's take a look at our lineup. This team, Chris, not one that gets a lot of production from hitting homers, so they've got to find offense in other ways.
Yeah, Boog, hit sequencing is so important for this team. You know, getting that walk at the right time, coming up with that next knock or extra base hit so that you can actually play to run. If not, then you see the record go in the direct opposite direction of where it could go. So, you know, a team like this, the good thing, they're going to battle, they're going to put the ball in play and hope that they can find those holes.
And now, Alejandro Kirk.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hitting better than .350 this month.
Ball one, no strikes. This to center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Anthony Santander in the box, lays off for ball one. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That's off the mark, and now 2-0.
Tough spot right here, couple runners on, 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute the thing.
And no one can get there. Coming home. He scores and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. First and second, 2 outs. Barker digs in now. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Tatis pulls that one down, and that'll do it. New inning getting started, and here is Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Soft contact in the air, and it falls. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Got kind of tied up on that one inside, but he was able to sneak it up the middle of the diamond because he stayed through it. That's not an impressive exit velo by any means, but I still think that's an impressive swing.
Fouled off. He was late.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Jake Cronenworth in the box now, takes strike 1. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again. All tied up. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Jose Iglesias gets a chance to hit now. That one out to right. Base hit. 1 run is in. Fires to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they take a 2-run lead.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Elias Diaz. That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Runner takes off, and he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Up against the wall, and brings it in.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Run around the move. Pitch inside. Throw there. Safe.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Tatis waits. Liner, base hit. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Good job getting the foot down so he can catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Luis Ariz stands in. Tatis runs. Pitch in for a strike. Throws, save. That's a stolen base. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Clase puts it away for the out. And there's two down. Manny Machado to bat now. He made his major league debut as a third baseman for the Orioles August 9th, 2012.
Everyone is excited for baseball to return to the Olympics in a few years, and Harper is no exception. It'll be the 7th time baseball has been an official medal sport at the Olympics.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
It makes sense Harper wants to participate, especially after he missed the 2023 World Baseball Classic, rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. He really wants to represent the U.S.
Oh, this ball's down, and that could bring in a run. Run comes in from second, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Now it's going to be Jackson Merrill. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
Harper had to sacrifice quite a bit after suffering his injury, but I get the sense missing the WBC really stung him. He's never been shy about wanting to play for his country.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? He'll circle the bases, and they add to their lead. It's 7-1.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's it for Chris Bassett, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Yariel Rodriguez on to pitch out of the pen here. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. It's Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. There's the strike. And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning alive.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Clase makes the catch, and that is that. But they take the lead on a huge 7-run outburst. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Padres 7 and the Blue Jays 1. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
That clips the corner. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some boo, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Now the batter now, Nathan Lucas. Just missed. Inside, just missed.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
1 down, base is empty. That one pushed foul. The 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And delivers outside. Pop up here, third base side. Iglesias settles under this one. They got it for out number 2.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jonathan Clase. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Just off the outside corner. 1-2 the count. And a sweeper misses for a ball. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Just misses with that one. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They're down 7-1. Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
In the air out to center. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. So digging in now for San Diego, Elias Diaz. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That one in the dirt. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That one missed.
2-2 the count.
And that is downstairs. And the count's full. Fernando Tatis Jr. on deck for the Padres. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force. Third out. Padres leave one, and they're on top 7-1. And we're back. And now, Miles Straw. Straw in his 5th season hitting leadoff in today's game. And they traded for him earlier this year. Right through there for a strike. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now to third, and that one handled. And Guerrero is set down. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Flied to right his first time. And there's a strike.
Ball in.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. That's hard hit on the line. This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Next offering is fouled back. Rolled over to third. Iglesias. The throw to first. And that's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. On to inning number 4. It's the Padres 7 and the Blue Jays 1. Back here at Rogers Center, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Luis Arias. Rodriguez back to work. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Padres really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They've been delivering when it matters most, batting over .750 with runners in scoring position so far. It's been impressive to watch.
Line drive. Grabs it on the run. 1 up, 1 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Machado up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
That's smashed towards center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. He's 2 for 2. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Machado coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 8-1. Runners on the corners with one gone. Gavin Sheets now at the plate. 1 for 2. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead. So first and second with one man gone. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Bogaerts, the lead runner, out at second. Sheets at first, one gone. Down the left field line, base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 10-1. One down. Jose Iglesias, the next up for the Padres. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. Throw is low, and it gets by. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Yariel Rodriguez won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with number 68 gets the call from the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now it's Elias Diaz. There's a strike. 4 runs already in the frame. Top half of inning number 4. Oh, 0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the batting order turns over. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. That one is upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That misses off the outside edge. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 on, 2 outs. Next offering is fouled back. Next offering misses. Full count now. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
So they're all loaded up. Next for the Padres, Luis Arias, 1 for 3. This one popped up. Straw makes the play, and that is that. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what
that's
they
awful
do in
great.
D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
One
Do you
ball,
remember when Tim
2
Kirkchin
strikes.
ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Pitch
Inside
misses
ball.
inside. Ball 2.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, that'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. He swings and fouls one off. 1 out, bases empty. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Diaz on to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Clement stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And
One
that
ball,
skips into
2
dirt.
strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Padres 11 and the Blue Jays 1. Ready now for the 5th inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. Slice down the right side.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Varsho under it. Puts it away for the out. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. He's already homered here in this one. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Number 56 up and loosening in the pen. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Throw.
No, he did that.
Save.
Safe.
1 out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Out there to center. Varsho on the move. Makes the grab after a long run. 2 away now. Now the left fielder, Gavin Sheets. He's been a great free agent sign. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. That ends the frame. One hit, one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Padres 11 and the Blue Jays 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Nathan Lucas. The wind to kick the pitch. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And that's in the dirt. And the count 1-2.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Tosses to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Jonathan Clase next up for the Blue Jays. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's in.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Just missed. Inside, and it's 2-1. And the slider just misses. Outside, and that is ball four.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Guerrero in the box again, takes a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Merrill on his way over. He's got it. And that ends the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on base. We're through 5. It's the Padres 11 and the Blue Jays 1. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth measures 6 feet even, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2015. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Chad Green up and throwing. Garcia warming up as well.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. In the air, left field, Clase makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Iglesias.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jose Iglesias. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder. Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one in the air center field. Varsho has this one sized up, squeezes it, and that is that. One left for San Diego, but they're on autopilot, leading 11-1. Bottom of the sixth inning. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next pitch misses way outside. Stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, that high four-seam fastball, it's become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Brings it in, and there's two away. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And ball one.
1 ball, 2
Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. That just misses. Now 2-2.
2 balls.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swing and a miss. Cease with the strikeout. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They trail by double digits, 11-1. New pitcher now for the Jays, Jimmy Garcia. He's been so good against lefties. At the plate, Luis Arias. Chris, baseball today. So many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Dives. What a play!
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
Here comes Manny Machado. And Manny gets a piece.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Liner snagged it first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a foul out of play. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Ball one there.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Stephen Kolek. He's making his fourth appearance of the season. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled away. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Kolek winds and deals.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Diaz makes the grab, one away. Ernie Clement getting ready to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And the sweeper misses. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. And that one a little below the knees. 2-0. And that's in for a strike. Fought off foul. Two outs. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fair ball. Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Jonathan Clase. There's your strike. And a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Lucas off of first with 2 away. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. That is the inning. Back now in Toronto. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Xander Bogaerts.
Garcia back to work. And a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
And here is Gavin Sheets. And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
That one close, ruled a ball. And it's 2-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Jake Cronenworth, the next to hit.
Jake Cronenworth.
First pitch misses. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. High fly ball out to center field. Varsho pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 down. So digging in, Jose Iglesias.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
It's going to fall for a hit. Here comes Bogaerts around third. And it gets by him. They add on as the run scores all the way from first. So 1 gone with a runner at third. Here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jimmy Garcia is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Chad Green ready to go.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Double play ball to second. There's 1. Throw to first, safe.
He's in.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Tatis runs. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Over to first, and that is the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, a couple of errors, and 1 man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Padres lead it 14-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th, and now it's going to be Miles Straw. The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch is outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question.
Guerrero in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's to third, and it stays fair. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Ripped, but it curls foul. And that one fouled off. That one outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tapped in front of the plate. On to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it
on the ground. Iglesias fires over to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Anthony Santander at the plate. And there's a foul ball. Center field. Merrill under it. Makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. The Padres on top, 14-2. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's Machado.
Machado.
And Manny gets a piece. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. He's already homered in this game. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Machado around second. Oh, the throw is over his head. Now second and third, and nobody out.
All over that one right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Strike on the inside corner. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take.
2 in scoring position. Nobody out here at the top of the 9th. Fastball is outside.
We got a full count.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight, but it's a full count now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is a big first out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Now here is Gavin Sheets. This one popped up. Clement hauls it in for the out.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
This one in the air. Barger sizes this one up, nabs it, and that is that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Adrian Morejon.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Stepping in, Addison Barger. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Morejon, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. 26 years old, and he was born in Cuba. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a good eye there.
That pitch is out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
That to right, Tatis under it. He makes the catch, and there's two down. So it's their last chance in this one. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. And that's in there for strike one. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Off the plate,
outside.
And it's a ball and a strike. Just missed.
That's inside.
They're down to their final strike. The Blue Jays down to their final strike. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So up next, Jonathan Clase. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. That one drifts inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
14-2 at the end of this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.